Hello and welcome to Board Game Gumbo. Today we're unboxing the Dwellers in Darkness figure pack for the Journeys into Middle-earth board game from Fantasy Flight Games. Journeys into Middle-earth came out in 2019. It plays 1 to 5 players in 60 to 120 minutes. It's a dungeon delver game that does require an app to play. But this little expansion box here adds a couple different things. Obviously it adds figures. It's called a figure pack. But it also adds a couple new cards that add to the game as well. They give you a couple new titles and also some items. So it's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. So you can absolutely play the game without this expansion. These figures are for some of the boss monsters in the game. And if you play without them, it's not going to change anything in the game itself. You're still going to have the boss monsters show up during the storyline, and you're still going to fight them. They'll just use basic models. But if you have this character pack, it's going to add these 3 named boss monsters specifically for when you fight them. So let's go ahead and take a look at our new figures. Let's see what we've got here. We've got Ollie. Obviously, being Fantasy Flight Games, the quality of the miniatures is really pretty excellent. We've got Ursa here. Looks like a boss wraith. Pretty cool little figure. And then we've got a Supplicant of Morgoth. Little named goblin. So again, the game is completely playable without these miniatures. All it adds is a little extra flavor, but it also comes with these cards, which are not in the base game. And really the only way to get them, as far as I know, is to buy this figure pack. So these are just some new items to add to the game that you'll either discover or just some extra options to have available. So we've got a knife. This looks like a new starting equipment, possibly something you have to find. Weapons level up. So you have the little 1 here, and then it'll get stronger as it levels up and also give you new abilities. Go ahead and just leave it on the screen for a minute in case you're interested in what they actually do. We got some new items here. You can tell it's an item because it's got the little item icon on it. And then some new titles. So the way that titles work in the game is whenever you complete certain objectives, you have a possibility of getting a title. You don't actually know what you have to do. A lot of these are hidden. Some of them you get just for completing certain steps of the storyline, but some of them require you to do specific steps during a mission, and they don't tell you what those steps are. It's kind of something you have to discover while playing the game. But I think it's really cool, and some of the titles are really interesting and give you nice little abilities. Now, if you want to tell your game to include these new titles and items while you're playing, you're going to have to do that through the app, and we'll take a quick look at what that requires. So this is what you'll see when you open up the game. And all you really need to do is go over here, click on Collection. And then you're just going to add the different components that you have. Obviously, you've seen here, I've already added in my expansion in the first figure pack. But here is the Dwellers in Darkness pack that we're looking at today. And just click Enable. That'll tell the game to include these new titles and items and the new enemies in the game itself. Otherwise, it won't include those. when you're playing the game. And that's all you have to do. Then you can go back and launch up a new game.